Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good beginning of the week. Welcome to the African Press Review on Freaka TV. Africa seen differently. In Cameroon, Equatorial Guinea, the route of the border modified in mute. Titled this morning, The Daily L'Intégration. According to the newspaper, in the thick equatorial forest, the construction work of the wall evolves in free will, now making Cameroonian lands the areas of no right. We remain in Cameroon. Currency crisis. The Bank of Central African States set its conditions to save Western Union transfers. MoneyGram, REA, reveals Eco Matin. Economic and Financial Program. Why the International Monetary Fund 45 billion in Cameroon? A question that poses défi actuel. The newspaper points out that this support rewards Cameroon's budget consolidation reforms and strengthens the country's credibility with technical and financial partners. Read the interview with Dr. Ariel Nitendem, economist. Call for genocide, attacks of Genevas. Sour vent standing up against hate speech, reveals the daily newspaper Le Repère this day. Public finances, according to the daily L'Economie, how Cameroon sees the after-economic program of the International Monetary Fund. The following to be read on page 2 and 3 of your newspaper. West Africa, in Benin, the first cotton-producing country in Africa. The Interprofessional Cotton Association, grateful to the brave producers, revealed this morning the daily Fraternité. Exceeding to the cost of false campaigning and false users, Lionel Zinsou risks 12 months in prison with a suspended sentence. The verdict expected to August 2099, informs the Daily Matinal. In Mali, Malian helicopters grounded, Airbus arrested to shed light on yet another scandal at the top of the state, reversed Républicain. In Ivory Coast, digital economy and the post office, these sectors augure well for growth and job creation. The government representative Isaac Ndé was the guest of the editors today in Fraternité Matin. We remain in Ivory Coast. The men of Amade and Oueremi clash in Mount Peko National Park. 2 people killed, several wounded. This morning reversed our daily Notre Voix. Drama at the CHU, the Trechville in Ivory Coast. Headline this morning, the Daily L'Inter. A young lady dies on the emergency benches. Everything about the circumstances of the death that the minister is preparing to be read exclusively in your newsstand newspaper. In Nigeria, constituency projects, 2 billion naira spent for 2,000 years without result, according to the newspaper. The chairman of the Independent Commission on Corruption Practices and other related offenses, Professor Bolaji Owasanoye, said that the country had spent about 2 billion naira on undeveloped constituency projects corresponding to the base. Daily Trust reports that the Independent Commission on Corruption Practice and other related offenses recently began the first phase of monitoring constituency projects in 12 states of the Federation to ensure the delivery of quality projects to voters by their elected representatives. Will Central Bank of Nigeria take the bait of monetary easing on a car? Titled Business AM. According to the newspaper, in recent weeks, analysts at Nigeria Central Bank have continued to examine that could still come from the bank headed by Governor Godwin Emefiele, a former university professor and former chief executive of the bank. This week, nothing less as the bank's Monetary Policy Committee, which it chairs, meet to discuss, plan and issue a monetary policy guide for the next 2 months. The National Economic Council meets on the livestock plan. The pasture reserves obtained 3.2 billion naira, revealed the Punch. According to the newspaper, about the Ruga project suspended by the federal government, there are indications that the National Economic Council will soon meet on the National Livestock Transformation Plan. In South Africa, Ramaphosa will contest the Ombudsman report entitled Business Day this morning. According to the newspaper, President Cyril Ramaphosa says he will take urgent legal action to challenge the People's Advocate's findings of dishonesty and money laundering against him. We remain in South Africa. On the same subject, the Citizen radar reversed Busey's successes and failures. According to the newspaper, the protector of the Citizen is right to say that President Cyril Ramaphosa should have declared donations to his presidential campaign, but not that he should be subject to an investigation for money laundering, according to an expert. Officer killed despite army patrol. The deployment of the National Defense Force in the crime-ridden areas of Cape Flats did not prevent a suspect from carrying out a brazen attack against police officers yesterday by opening fire on them in Delft, killing a 32-year-old constable and injuring 2 others, reveals the Daily Cape Times. 205 years for serial killer, reveals Daily Dispatch. For 3 years, he terrorized a community in the Eastern Cape, raping 6 women and killing 4, but the full force of the law finally caught up with serial rapist and murderer Josie. The newspaper stated that this 37-year-old man left a trail of terror in the village of Nguka, Kakadu, raping and killing women, young and old, between 2012 and 2015. In Kenya, Fumukeko and the staff have lost money, so punish them, published the daily newspaper The East African. According to the newspaper, more than 1,000 East African community properties that have been purchased for $1.88 million cannot be found. It was reported this week to the East African Legislative Assembly in a new indictment against the Secretariat's management. In Zimbabwe, the province are receiving devolution funds. The ERA revealed this morning the government devolution program has taken off for good as the province begins to use development funds as part of the 310 million facility set aside by the Treasury. The Minister of Finance and Economic Development, Professor Tuli Kube, has said that the amount will be increased in the next round. We fence this press review with this latest information. Always in Zimbabwe, Bulawayo brothers kidnapped, tortured, and shot, and bodies dumped in South Africa. Titled this day, The Chronicle. Dear viewers, thank you following us. Thank you for your loyalty. Have a good day. Goodbye.